Hey, Indians. Jeremy Fuel here, Superintendent at Mississinewa Community Schools. Today is Thursday, March 6th. Welcome back for another episode of Mississinewa Matters. Today, I'm going to take you through our updated tax calculator. Obviously, we've had the tax calculator out there for the $87 million referendum proposal, where we have it now updated for the 62 and $50 million amounts. So I want to show you how to get there again. So if you go to our district website, go to the community tab, drop down here to the 2025 strategic planning. If you click on that, it will take you to our strategic planning portion of our website that has all of the links and everything needed related to the referendum. Over here on the left toolbar, you'll see the referendum and 10-cent operation or operating referendum calculator. Click on that. That'll take you to the updated tax calculator. Again, please note on this that this is the estimated tax bill impact, and that is an increase to what you currently already pay on your property taxes. Also, want to note the different levels. So you have the 1% cap, that's for standard residential properties. So if you're trying to see what the impact is for a standard residential home, you want to make sure you plug your gross assessed value into this item right here, the 1% cap. If you are looking at rental properties, if you own rental properties, you need to plug your gross assessed value into this portion right here, the 2% cap. If you are a business owner and you want to see the impact for your business property, you need to insert that number, the gross assessed value number, into this third item. Also down here, you'll notice, depending upon which one you're measuring, whether you're looking at an $87 million referendum, that also includes the 10-cent operating referendum amount. 62 million is the other option, or 50 million. You need to make sure you select which option you want to look at. So how do you find that information? You go to, there's a link right here on the tax calculator. You click on the Grant County Treasurer website, and that will take you to a link that will be able to, where you'll be able to search your property and find your gross assessed value. So when you get to that property, I went ahead and pulled up Leslie Winter, her home. She's given permission to be able to use her home. You'll see that is presented right here. So we're looking again at that one. You'll see it's cap one. That means it's a 1% property tax cap. We want the gross assessed value. So you see gross assessment right here prior to any deductions is $161,500. So let's go back to our tax calculator. Pull that up. So we're going to go on this line right here, 161,500, and that's for the $87 million amount. So you'll see down here, monthly referendum property tax liability. That's on a monthly basis, is $89.32. Now I want to look at what the impact would be for a 10-cent operating referendum and a $62 million capital referendum. So I just toggle that one right there, and it drops that amount to $65.97 per month. And then I can now shift over to the $50 million capital referendum, which also includes that 10-cent operating referendum. I toggle that over. That shows me a monthly referendum property tax liability of $54.85. Again, that is in addition to what your base tax liability is. I'd also encourage people to look at that number from, we have it on a monthly basis. But if I take this particular property right here, the annual liability is $658.22 divided by 365 days. That's $1.80 per day. So I really encourage people to look at it from that perspective, not only on an annual basis, a monthly basis, but also a daily basis there, to show what that impact is for you. And again, remember, the operating referendum is for 8 years. The capital referendum is for 20 years. And this doesn't all come on at once. This number no matter which one we're looking at, is the worst case, highest scenario on either an annual basis or a monthly basis, however you're looking at it. That is the highest amount that would come into effect, and this would be phased in over several years. The capital referendum would take, if it was passed in the fall of 2025, would take an additional 2 years for any amount to hit your tax bill. And then over that, it would be phased in over the course of 3 to 4 years until after the third or fourth year, it would be at the top end. And then we would have to pay, the community has to pay on that for 20 years. Operating referendum is only for 8 years. So I wanted to make sure we went through that with everyone. The other thing I want to note on here, again, these are hypothetical situations here. Nothing's been determined at this point in time. We have the community meeting, large community meeting at the Gas City Performing Arts Center on April 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. Encourage everybody to come. We're going to show these 3 projects. There'll also be an option that says don't do anything. And then we may have another option, potentially even less than 50 million. But if we get another option less than 50, it's not going to be that much lower. Really, about the lowest I think we probably get it is right around 45 million. But again, we're looking at any options. I have a lot of meetings coming up over the next couple of weeks to see if we can get this narrowed down any more from what we already have to be able to show some additional options there. So real quick, let's look over here. Let's say you have a business property. You have a business property that is, let's say, $100,000, because we have a lot of small businesses in the area. So we make sure we plug that in on the 3% cap, and then you can toggle between a 50 million, a 62 million, and an 87 million to show you the differences there. Let's go ahead and go back to the referendum, or the 2025 strategic planning main document here, main page. Please, we had a great attendance today, actually, this afternoon at this meeting right here, our 1:30 to 3 o'clock meeting. We probably had 30 to 40 people there. Great attendance. We've had some people ask, well, why are you meeting during the day? Quite honestly, our best 2 meetings have been these 2 right here. Have been the February 27th meeting and the March 6th meeting have been our most heavily attended meetings. But we do have AM meetings. We have those mid-afternoon meetings, and then we still have, and those are at Hans Hall. These 2 are at Hans Hall. And then we also have these meetings right here that are at the Corporation Administration Building, or over by the funeral home, or the old East Elementary School. We have several meetings. We had this meeting this week on March 4th. We did not have anybody attend this 6 to 8 p.m. meeting. We have another one next week on March 12th. And again, that's from 6 to 8 p.m. at the administration building. And we'll have another one on March 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the administration building again. If you can't make one of those, or you don't want to come to one of those, please reach out to me. My cell phone is 765-475-6412. I'd be more than willing to come meet you one-on-one or small group to go through or answer any of these questions. So continue to have the questions coming. Love to answer those for you guys as well, and be able to provide any information that we can related to this referendum project. So hopefully this is good information for you guys. If you have any questions, just reach out and I'll do my best to answer them. Please continue to look at this website for more information. So hope everybody has a great day, great weekend, and go Indians.